Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It has been a very long time and today I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a spiral standing calendar. First, you need a binding tool. I use the Cinch. You need some wire. I have two pieces of 8.5 by 11 50-point chipboard and I cut a third chipboard 2 by 11, two pieces. This is the standing part. I have a paper trimmer, I have a binding ruler, some 12 by 12, one sheet of 12 by 12 vinyl. I use the Oracal 651, a poly cover, which is not mandatory, but I do like using these. And of course, my 12 months of printed undated calendars. I printed these on 65-pound cardstock. Okay, so first I'm going to grab my pieces of chipboard. I have 4 total pieces. As I already mentioned, these are 50-point chipboards and this is 2 pieces that I cut 2 inches by 11. What I'm going to do here is lay my chipboards. This is where you can use the binding ruler, but I'll show you that in a second. This is just for an estimate here of how much of this I need. So let's do it this way so I can use the grid. So now I'm going to use my trimmer here to cut off the excess. But you know what? Let's see if I can just do half. We're going to do half. So 6 inches. Now that I cut my vinyl in half, 6 inches in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling this right here. I'm taking off the vinyl. And I'm going to start with these 2 right here. I'm eyeballing it because this is easier for me. And this is optional, but I do like to use it to get my spaces here even. Right there. Let's do this part right there. And there's one material that I forgot. You need a squeegee. But I have that on here. I'm going to do the same with my ruler on this side. And I'm going to place my chipboard. Now I'm going to flip it over and just squeegee a little bit. Make sure I get all the air bubbles out and that it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and fold these edges in. Okay, so now that I have that part, this is where the second piece of vinyl comes in and it's just going to wrap perfectly right here. So I am going to cut some of this off. Now we're done with the trimmer, the vinyl, and the ruler. I do prefer ripping out the whole piece of vinyl instead of just the corner because every time I do the corner, it comes out very crooked. Okay, so now we have the folding part right here. And you can wrap the rest of it as well, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to do one side. This is what it should look like. I like using that binding ruler because one time I didn't use it and I put my pieces too close, and when I folded it like that, everything ripped. So they're very affordable on Amazon and they have all different kinds. So this is what your piece should look like. And now the fun part, we're going to punch our holes using the cinch on the poly cover, the paper, and on the backing. To start off, I leave it just as is. To punch this part, I leave it folded like this, but I do it on the back here. Because the cardboard is so thick, I do not do both at the same time. So now we have our first parts. I'm going to move this part to 5.5 inches. and I'm going to take out these 3, 1, 2, and 3. So take out 1, 2, and 3, 5.5 inches right here. Okay, so now everything is hole punched. Let's put it together. Now to put everything together, I'm going to grab my paper. The poly cover goes on top, and then this also goes on top, like that. I'm going to put it that way. Everything should be aligned. The back is going to go in the front. Now you're gonna grab your cinch machine or whatever binding machine you have and put the wire on your stack. Perfect. And this is the final step. Make sure that the wire is touching the back in the top and the bottom. Beautiful. And now for the final reveal. Flip everything over. So this is what it will look like, just like a regular calendar with, I can't get it, the poly cover. And now the fun part, boom, it stands. And like I said, you can wrap the whole thing or just do a trim like I did here, of whatever color you want. But yeah, if you have gotten this far, thank you so much for watching how I made this standing calendar. If you want to follow along the tutorial step by step, please look below for a link on how to get the Canva template for this exact same calendar, as well as a list of supplies. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.